project is planting chives in a decorative coffee mug. This project's great to do with kids, and it's also a great gift after a dinner party this spring. To start off, you would typically use a container when planting anything with drainage, but today we're not going to use drainage. You could drill a hole in this very carefully if you absolutely had to have drainage. The reason I don't utilize drainage for this project is because I would also have to have a saucer to go with the gift. So I'm using drainage material. This is just broken clay pot material, and I'm just laying it in the bottom of this. The trick of when you plant something with no drainage is to make sure the soil is dry before you water it. The next thing is I always like to use, when I'm giving this as a gift, a potting soil that has a slow-release fertilizer. That way the person who's receiving the gift just has to worry about watering the plant. They don't have to worry about fertilizing it or anything of that nature. And this particular soil I use, this slow-release fertilizer, is good for 9 months. The next thing, I always like to do something a little different. I'm actually going to make a very shallow furrow in this soil with my initials. And I'm going to plant along this furrow. So when these chives come up, they will come up in the shape of my first initial, which happens to be an M. A trick I learned a long time ago dealing with very small seeds is if I want to place them in a precise location, I actually, trying to get the package open right now, I actually take the tip of a pencil and I dip it in water. And this helps me pick up the seed and plant it where specific location that I want to place the seed. Continue to do this the whole design. I leave about an inch space between my seeds. So this project really doesn't take that many seeds to complete, but it definitely makes an impact for a dinner party, especially when individual seeds start germinating and it's in the shape of their first initial. This is also good for kids in preschool when they're going over a particular letter. They can make that letter in the soil and plant an array of seeds. Once you have your letter completed, you put a very thin layer of soil on top, very thin, less than 1/4 of an inch. Just a little sprinkle on the top is all that it takes. Now at this point you can make sure you clean up the soil that's on the mug. At this point though, you can leave the soil the way it is and water in. I don't like to pour water, I like to just take water and sprinkle it on until the seeds start germinating. Or you can put a thin layer of colored sand for a decorative touch. Or after the seeds start to germinate, you can actually use some very small colored stones that would color coordinate not only with the plant, but also with the mug. So try this project today. Again, it's a great springtime project. It's a great project for kids. And share some of your extra seeds you have laying around the house. Thank you very much for watching this project.